Bazill-Davis, The Flip. The Flip, Bonnie Bazill-Davis.
All I ever hear is, "Mom, nobody carries these flip phones anymore. There's not even a keyboard." Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and anyone else who resists new technology, why would I want to type on itty-bitty buttons when I have nice big ones that I can almost see? I only need to type my kids one word anyway, N-O. My kids might see this phone as a useless relic, but I'm able to change my perspective and see it as a valuable tool that I never have to relearn. We all have the power to see something in a new way. And recently, I had a significant flip in my thinking. And it all started with a phone call. My phone was ready and actually charged up. Waiting for a happy call from Arizona. My sister was giving birth to her second child. So I was waiting and waiting and waiting. Hours passed and I knew something was wrong. Oh, finally the phone rang. Oh, hello? I heard my sister's weak and strained voice. "Jill, what's wrong? What's the matter?" She said, "Bonnie, he has Down syndrome." Oh my God. Oh my God. What was supposed to be a moment of joy had turned into a moment of shock, filled with this horrible word, Downs. And the rest of our conversation was mostly questions. How disabled would he be? Would he ever be able to live independently? Who was going to come to his birthday parties? I tried to be comforting, so I said, "Jill, Jonathan is going to be amazing, and you and Pete are going to find it within you to meet this great challenge. And by the way, congratulations on the birth of another beautiful son." But when I hung up the phone, I wondered if I could believe my own encouraging words, because my mind kept flashing back to my school days, to those children who were sequestered in the little room down the hallway that no one spoke about. Remember them? Sometimes you would see them sitting isolated at lunch or walking down the hallway, and you just didn't know what to do. You knew they were different, but you just stayed away. Sometimes there were kids who said cruel jokes, and they threw out the word retard. Now my nephew was going to be the kid in the little room. This is not the life I wanted for my nephew. How dare God do this? Oh, I was so angry and flipped out. I wanted this phone to have a direct line to God, so I could say, "Why my nephew? Why my good sister? Hey, you're the Almighty. Why have Down syndrome at all?" Oh, dropped. I never get a direct reply when I try this, but I always get an answer. And that answer came on my next phone call to my friend Gina. I knew she had an adult cousin with Down syndrome, and we talked for a long time. And she left me with one powerful sentence. She said, "Bonnie, my cousin is the kindest person I have ever known." Could you say anything more wonderful about a human being? Is there any quest in life which is really more important than this? When I die, would anybody say she was the kindest person I ever knew? I'm sure they'd say she had the biggest mouth I've ever known. But I'd fall far short from the kindest. And then it hit me, the flip. I saw the truth. My nephew was not the one who was disabled. It was me. It was me. God made no mistake to send this master of kindness and love into the world. And I would be the student to learn from this great teacher. He was going to show us what really, really mattered. And it has come to pass that Master Jonathan has transformed our entire world. His huge grin, his ability to take wonder in all the things I take for granted, his courage to meet every one of his challenges has been amazing. My sister and brother-in-law, they have reached out to so many families of children with UP syndrome. And I now coordinate a program called Everybody Counts, which educates school children about people with different abilities, so that now they are not afraid of the children who are thankfully emerging from the little room. After all, why should we be excluding the gifted from the regular classroom? The next time you see somebody with a special need, remember always that you have the power to flip. See the master hiding behind the illusion of disability, because that great teacher may be dialing up a lesson for you. Mr. Contest Master.